Welcome to Rowdy Rants. Today we're going to be talking about Vice President Joe Biden. We just finished watching his debate with Donald Trump, and his multitude of statements just leads me to think about things he said in the past. I'm going to address one of them that's near and dear to my heart. I do want to put together a disclaimer. This is not to be considered an advice or educational. This is strictly me relating my experience and the things that I know. We're going to be talking about firearms and police. In consideration is a statement that Joe Biden made in a church where he is stating that if you are approached by an unarmed person with a knife, which in and of itself is stupid. If somebody has a knife, they're not unarmed. Once again, this is the first hint of Joe Biden's lack of knowledge on the situation. He's real good when he's talking about something that you would hear in Congress or you would hear on Capitol Hill. When it comes to real life situations, he's absolutely clueless. Joe Biden has been on Capitol Hill and in Congress for so long, it's like somebody left him in the fridge. He doesn't know what he's talking about on these situations. And he's spewing urban legend. The idea that you would shoot somebody in the leg instead of in the heart, which was Biden's advice, his statement was, if you're being approached by an unarmed suspect with a knife, shoot him in the leg, not in the heart. That's trick shooting. That's Roy Rogers stuff. It's urban legend. And it's the kind of thought and advice that would get somebody killed. That's a moving target on somebody who is an aggressor chasing you most likely with a knife. And it's point shooting when you're making split-second decisions, which means you're pulling a weapon out, pointing it, without aiming it and pulling the trigger, because you don't have time to properly aim. And if you do have time to properly aim, you aim at the biggest target, center mass. It's self-defense. It is not a police officer's duty to put themselves in danger. Where do these people get these ideas from? Roy Rogers hasn't been on TV in forever. Yeah, Joe Biden's been around since the Cretaceous period, but somebody needs to thaw him out. Somebody like him is dangerous in some place like the Oval Office. He may have the best intentions in the world, but people can talk circles around him and he doesn't know it's happening. Police officers are trained. They receive training on how to deal with suspects like this. Just the very idea that somebody would say, shoot him in the leg. That's like saying shoot the gun out of their hand. You've been watching way too much TV. Okay? When I was serving in the Navy, I served in Navy law enforcement. And I did get training along these lines. And they don't train trick shooting. And the amount of training required to perform trick shooting isn't for everyone. And not everybody could complete it. And there's nothing saying they should. You shoot someone in the leg using a full metal jacket round. The round goes right through their leg, bounces off of something, and goes right into the next person in line. When you're using self-defense, you aim at center mass. This kind of advice, it's not advice. Okay, it's not advice. This kind of legacy thinking is ridiculous. His expectations are up here for police. It is not a police officer's job to put themselves in danger. Where do you people get this idea from? And yes, I've seen commentary where people say, well, no, that should be the job. Why? What makes a police officer's life worth any less They're not paid to do that. They're not trained to do that. They shouldn't be trained to do that. Joe Biden is completely out of touch with reality. He is taking what amounts to movie shooting and trying to apply that to real life situations. We do not want that on Capitol Hill. We do not want that in the halls of Congress. This has to stop. I'm Rowdy. That's my rant. Have a nice day.